Hi everybody, Christopher Tompkins here for GoTV. Thanks for watching. This is going to be a nice, quick, and informative episode. We're going to go over how to create meaningful content. I have a couple little tips I want to share with you, as well as customer personas and what the hell are they and why do you need them? Well, I'll tell you in a little bit. If this is your first time tuning in, hey, welcome. We come live to you every single week with a short video that is packed with tips that we have gained through our experience at the Go Agency, which is my online marketing firm. If you'd like to learn more about us, our services, and as well as grab a lot of freebies, go to thegoagencyusa.com. Also, we have our own podcast hosted by me called the Social Marketing Academy. Tons of episodes on that, so you can check that out online. It's on every different podcasting software, so check it out. So let's just jump right in, because I know content is something that is important for everybody, especially when we're talking about meaningful, relevant content. And this is kind of like, this shows like a 1-2 punch, because I'm going to be talking about target audience, and then we're talking about content. So I think the first thing with your content is it needs to be authentic to the brand's voice. What does that mean? It needs to sound like everything else. So, for example, when I'm looking at when I'm doing a marketing audit for a client, what I'll do is I'll take a look at their website, their social media, their brochures, also their email communications, their event invitations, and everything to see if there is a common thread going through everything. There should be. So, social media is another extension of it. I think a lot of brands and companies get a little bit confused when they're dealing with content and make social media a little bit too familiar. And they're like, okay, well, let's just throw away. I can just take a picture of nothing and post it up and then someone will like it. Well, this is different, because I don't have to like you because you're my friend. I don't have to like you because you're my family. You're a company that's talking to me while I'm talking to my friends and family and business associates and whatever. So you need to come correct in terms of how you're going to approach your content and your content's voice. So being authentic is the easiest way to do that. Another one is to be relevant. You should really focus on content that your audience is going to really be excited about. Just because you're excited about something does not mean that your audience is going to be. So for example, if I found out that there was a new TV show that's been released with my favorite star, I'm not going to put that out on my social media channels from the company, maybe my personal. But what if I could tie that, maybe the new show is about social media? That's relevant. But if it's a drama or a soap opera, there's no relevance whatsoever. So think about that in terms of your content. You have to be relevant when you're talking to your audience. I think your audience's informational needs should always be ahead of your own internal sales agenda, because you want to pull people towards you, right? You don't want to push people away. Now, next up, we have how to create a good customer persona. Oh, and also, after the show, check it out. Go to our website, thegoagencyusa.com. If you click on the blog, we're going to have a recap of this episode, and then you can see all of the articles and learn a lot more about the topics that we're just kind of going over slightly here. Okay, so what is a buyer persona, customer persona, buyer profile? I'm sure you've heard all of these things. They are basically a picture of your target audience. So a target audience can be male, female, 18 to 65, da 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 da. Well, what we're doing with a buyer profile is we're shaking it down more to an absolute individual and their entire life. So where do they like to go out to eat? Are they married? Are they divorced? Do their kids live with them? What kind of job? What's their household income? Where would they go if they had a day off? Do they go anywhere for vacation? All of these things really do play a role. B2B or B2C, these work really, really well. And I highly recommend, if you have never done this exercise, you can do it. I also go through this in great detail in my book, The Go Method, which you can pick up on Amazon.com. So what do I think the first step in creating a customer profile is? Do research. And where does the research start? At home. What if you're a new business? You have to do other research. So I think if you are an existing business, you can look at who's buying things from you. Okay? If they're buying things from you and you can find a common thread, I'm thinking that you probably want to develop a target audience based off of those people. If you're a brand new business and you're trying to emulate another business, or you have a direct competitor that you're not competing with just yet, but you like the look and feel of their brand, and that's where you want to go, use them. See if you can find out who's purchasing from them. And then you can really get things going. But you have to do your research. Also, brainstorm ideas and then refine them. So what I would usually do is, for example, when we do one here at the Go Agency, we have the whole team that's working on a client, and we sit in our conference room and we say, okay, this is what the client said their target audience is. This is their product or service. Who is this person? Let's dive down deep. And then we start finding exact ages, sex. We even name the person. So this is where we'll put everything on a big whiteboard, and then we'll kind of condense it over time so that it's really, really concise. So we can really feel a kinship to the person that we're trying to target. Really helps with marketing. And the final one is always be realistic. I am all about being realistic. My audience, for example, what the hell am I saying? My target for the Go Agency is not anyone that has money for a service. It's someone that is looking for a social media marketing campaign because of these KPIs that they're trying to achieve. So what we try to do is we focus on targeting those individuals. So we're not going to just go and do a Facebook advertising campaign for anybody that has breath in their lungs. We really want to focus on the right income group, the right title of this, that, and the other. So you want to do the same thing. And also, if you were brand new, welcome to the game. You can't go up and expect that you're going to get Starbucks numbers right off the bat. It takes time to build, so just be realistic. Because I could say, oh, well, my target audience is a #1 Fortune 500 company. The Fortune 500 company, #1, is going to have their own internal social media strategy. So you have to be realistic, right? So that's something big for me. Now, one of the things that I love, and this is my takeaway tip, if you're doing customer profiles, have fun with them. So we will do searches, we will get pictures, we will get actual pictures of human beings that we will associate directly with them. We will put quotes of things that they would say or what they would say about our brand if they were asked, and just really get creative. When you're doing buyer profiles, it's your one time to get creative with your audience. Now, you're at a distinct advantage if you actually transact face-to-face with your customers. But if you don't, it's a little bit more challenging, but I do find it's a lot of fun. Depending on your business and how much time you have, I would always say go between 3 and 5 buyer profiles, except if you're a very niche product. All right, folks, that's everything I have for you today. Again, don't forget to check out the Social Marketing Academy podcast everywhere you can listen to podcasts, and as well as checking us out on the GoAgencyUSA.com. I have a free e-course, ebook, as well as a lot of stuff on the blog, so make sure to check it out. Until next time, take care, folks.